underneath the bridge when the bridge was still open, stayed at the mission, ate at the mission when the old mission was still there. Some of you guys may know it. So there's that dysfunction. So I woke up one day. A friend of mine was sleeping next to me. His name was David. He says, "Mike, do you want to get sober?" I said, "Heck yes, I do. What do we have to do?" He says, "We have to walk." And then I prayed to Jesus. I said, "If you get me to where we're going, I will stay sober." He says, "We have to walk 150 miles. I said, "I will walk however far it will take me to get sober." So we walked 150 miles. So we slept on logging roads, slept on the side of the highway. I had nothing. The only thing I had was a hoodie. Back then I had a shaved head. I had shoes on, but they got tore up, so I showed up to where I was going with no shoes. My head was blistered because of the sun. I walked into that facility called Helping Hands. Has nothing to do with Helping Hands here. It's a totally different organization. I walked in there and I said, "Look, this is who I am. I'm an alcoholic." At the time, my son was 1 year old. I have an issue with alcohol. I'm an alcoholic. I need help. They said, "Okay, we can help you." They said, "We're going to have to put you downstairs in the homeless section first to make sure that you're true." I said, "That's fine. You've got to prove yourself." So I did. Then I went upstairs during the program. They said, "You got to get a job." I was homeless for 5 years on the streets here in Salem. I didn't work. I didn't want to work. Because that's the life I live. I have a tattoo right here, established 1985. I put that on my arm on purpose. In case if someone found me dead, in case if someone found me unconscious, so they could know at least what year I was born. So I walked in there. I told them, "Look, I have a 1-year-old son. I need help." So I joined their program. I got a job working at a restaurant. Then I started to attend meetings called Alcoholics Anonymous. Did that for a long time. It helped me. I was in treatment for 10 months. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Met a lot of great people. When my treatment stint was over, it was during COVID. Came back home after 10 months. Came back to, my family. After 4.5 years of being sober, I relapsed. Because I wasn't doing the steps that I needed to take. I had a really good job at the time. I was making paint for a company out here in Salem. Had a really nice 401k package. Saved up $25,000. When I relapsed, I took it all out. Put it right in my bank account. Went straight to a hotel room here in Salem. Didn't leave that hotel room for a week. All I did was drink. I didn't eat. Then I started to puke blood because my body was rejecting it. I call it the same treatment center that helped me the first time. I asked them, I said, "Will you be willing to take me back and help me again?" They said, "Yes, we will." So I went back for 6 months. Then I went into Sober Living House across the river. Not here, but in Astoria. into a sober living house, stayed there for about a year. Then I stayed in Astoria for 2 years. I recently moved back here last November because I thought changing locations would help me, but it didn't. I was still feeling the pain inside, all the suffering, all the dysfunction. I moved back here because this is where I did all my destruction. This is where I hurt people. So I'm here to tell you it's possible to change if you want it. You just got to change, and you just got to trust the process. The process is very easy. You just got to submit. You just got to tell Jesus that I'm ready. So I walked 150 miles to get sober. Not a lot of people did that. I do things too extreme sometimes. But the walk was, I knew it was going to be hard, but I did it anyways because I had to get out of my comfort zone in order for me to be better. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm not comfortable at all, guys. Not one bit. But in order for me to get better, in order for this word to get out, you got to be uncomfortable to get comfortable. Amen. So, in my childhood, there was a lot of beatings, a lot of dysfunction. I was around a lot of gangs in Seattle at that time. In the 80s and 90s, it was very, very prevalent. A lot of gangs. I was very lucky I didn't join a gang. I was very lucky I didn't try methamphetamines. When I was my son's age, 7 years old, I was introduced to gangs. My cousin, he was in a gang. His sister, my other cousin, was in a gang. My cousin Jimmy died last year from alcoholism. I attended his funeral. Thinking that should have been me. When I got a phone call from his sister saying that our cousin died, all he had to do was pick up that phone, make a phone call. It was hard, but I attended the funeral anyways. Like Milton said, I walked up to the Inside Out Church when it was on the old location. Because we do have a checkered past, all of us. I walked in there not knowing what this place was, but now I know. It's a place of healing. It's a place to get better. So, if you don't think you can't change, you're dead wrong. You could change. Every day I see people on these streets, people I used to hang out with. I still help them. I try. But it's up to them. I walk and I live my life with gratitude because I live a program of action. And I can only do it with God on my side and the rest of you guys. When I got that phone call, or actually Karen texted or messaged me over Facebook back in August. I didn't get the message. I think I was too busy. But if I could do, testimony. Then I messaged Tom last night. I said, I can do it. I'm willing. So, okay, let's do this. So I'm here to tell you, if you want, you can change. It's all up to you. That's all I got.
Amen.